Gail Shelley was watching that January morning.
There's a camera right there.
The day a car hit her house.
This intersection's out of control.
The spot in Auburn where Gamage and Park Avenues meet Lake Street is personal. It's her front yard.
A lot of near misses. We've caught in a lot of accidents.
After 2 decades of living here,
and I'm so afraid to watch them get hit, you know.
Shelley and her husband decided to put in some cameras. They never thought they'd catch this, or this, or this.
It's kind of like they stopped teaching four-way stops in driver's ed and people aren't really sure when to go.
Thankfully, no one was hurt here, and the city installed these fluorescent flags on top of the stop signs that were already here. Shelley says that's not enough.
I don't ever want to see someone die in my intersection.
Wow. Wow.
People are going to blow through a traffic light just like they blow through a stop sign.
Joyce Taylor is the chief engineer at Maine DOT.
This is one of the high crash locations.
It's up to the state to manage these intersections and work with communities to make them safer. In Auburn, there are 900 intersections alone.
But I think in context of other intersections in Auburn, it's not one of the top priorities.
We showed Taylor that video. And you see that, what's your reaction?
I think that's an enforcement problem. They're not focused on the driving, and we can't engineer around what people and how they're driving.
That intersection in Auburn doesn't even come close when we talk about the state's most dangerous. That title goes to this spot in Augusta, Memorial Circle. That's based on the number of crashes and the number of people who've died. Maine DOT data from the past 3 years shows 136 crashes here, including 21 injuries. That puts it at the top of what the state calls its high crash locations list.
We're trying to address the places with the most risk and the most predictable places where we can say someone might really get seriously hurt or even killed here.
The list includes 444 intersections from Kittery to Caribou, intersections in Augusta, Portland, and Biddeford rounding out the top 5. Our intersection in Auburn, though, doesn't make the cut, but that doesn't mean it's not a problem.
There could be a whole bunch of near misses where people are flying through that intersection, but they haven't hit anybody, they haven't hurt anybody, and that's not being picked up.
Auburn police say there were 4 crashes in Shelley's intersection last year, 8 in the past 3 years. And while your mind may go right to a stoplight,
a traffic light is never going to be necessarily the first option, even though people want that.
That was just right through.
Shelley says her camera has caught more than 100 violations here in just the past year.
Oh yeah, we catch all kinds of fun stuff.
But Taylor argues anybody setting up a camera at an intersection like this would catch the same thing.
We'd be finding similar things all over the place.
They should be stopping.
We definitely can't engineer around human behavior all the time.
I'm going to ask you this. Have you thought about moving?
Absolutely.
For now, the cameras and Shelley are staying put, and she'll keep watching.
Just afraid that eventually we're going to catch an accident on video where someone gets killed.
Maine DOT says it relies on this list of high crash locations to determine where to put the resources. Out of the list of 444, just 14 include intersections where somebody died. You can check out that list right now on our website and inside our mobile app. I'm David Charnes, WMTW News 8.